It's ODD. Yeah.
Who are
Yep.
you, for those that don't know?
Well, I go by the name of ODD, the artiste, and I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm a 19-year-old female rapper.
Hey, down south. What did it all start for you as far as music?
Well, I feel like music been within me. I started at 6 drawing. I've been drawing all my life. I've been in gifted programs for drawing and everything. Around 8, I was in acting school. I think that's when music took off for me because I wanted to sing. Just watching Disney TV shows and like Nickelodeon TV shows. That was like one of my big music influence. Just watching different shows because like I was like a little rock star for that.
Yo, that's something new. I never heard it. I never heard as a TV show being an influence.
Yeah, I used to watch different shows like the Naked Brothers Band, just different Disney singers and stuff. I used to be that type of kid. But I always wanted to sing. My mom, she was telling me to start a group with my sister. So she told me to look at different bands and stuff. So I searched up TLC. I didn't know nothing about TLC. This was like around 2013. And I seen Left Eye. I was like, oh yeah, she reminds me of me, like being creative and stuff like that, like artistic and stuff. So I fell in love with watching her and like with her rap, and I fell in love with all that. So I looked deeper into old school, like, rap music. I started writing like at a very young age, like about 8. I just used to always write, but I never knew I was going to be a rapper. So when I auditioned for the X Factor, and like I didn't really get through all the way for X Factor with singing. So I was like, let me start rapping. I started taking it serious when I was in high school. Everybody wanted to hear me rap because I used to always mention like that I rap, and I always used to be carrying my little notebook. So everybody was like, you should put your music on SoundCloud and stuff like that. I was like, I ain't know people was gonna fuck with me like that. I had dropped my first song, SEB. Now SEB, it had the Kanye West All Falls Down beat. And that's my other inspiration, Kanye West. The old Kanye West. He's still him. But like I fell in love with him doing samples of different artists, old school artists. But my influences are MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, Nas, all of them. Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson,
Hey, that's a solid group of influence, especially Lauryn Hill. That always been one of my favorite. I can feel that vibe from you for just from listening to your project.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard a project from this perspective. If I had to describe it, it was therapeutic, mellow, and it's authentic.
Thank you.
It also brings up a lot of issues that's tough to talk about. What made you step out of that comfort zone?
All right. So this was my first time entering college after graduating high school in 2018. I was working at Home Depot during the time. I just broke up with my ex. He was a dude. I gotta mention that. I gotta be specific. But yeah, I broke up with him, and I met this female at work. So I didn't know I like girls because I'm a teenager. Like I don't know who I like. I'm just growing into like myself. So I met her. We got cool and stuff like that. And yeah, me expressing my feelings. I always express my feelings in music because like that's my outlet. I tried to tell my mama about it and me liking a female and stuff like that. She wasn't with it and stuff, so that kind of like had me off, especially being in school. So yeah, I like decided to write about it. I expressed myself with me and my mom relationship on one of the songs, "Rather Be With You."
Look, okay, before you go any further, I wanted to get into that conversation that you had with your mom about "Rather Be With You," because I listened to that joint and I heard, I visualized everything. How difficult was that conversation?
Sure, like I was kind of nervous because she had her questions. Like it was just different hints I tried to give my mom that I was in a relationship. and then how she was going at me, it was just like different. Like she knew I was doing something. she knew I was she knew I was doing something, so I was kind of scared. Look, I was living on campus. I wasn't in the house with her, so I was kind of scared to talk to her on the phone when she called. I used to kind of ignore it because I was scared to talk to her. Eventually, one day I had told her, because this is when I guess I was getting serious in a relationship. I was like, let me tell her, because I don't want her to keep, questioning me, just different things about that. So I decided to tell her. And when she had told her, she was like, what you think, you trying to hurt me and all that stuff like that. I kind of knew she was in her feelings when she said that. So it was like different personalities she had within the conversation. So she was at her job when I told her.
That was good thinking. Good thinking.
Yeah, she seemed like she was okay with it, because like she was telling me basically I'm me at the end of the day, be happy. So then, like 2 hours later, she called me crying dramatically. I'm like, oh Lord. I'm like, man, what I did? I thought we was cool. Like 2 hours ago. But yeah, a couple of days later, I was getting threats and all that. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. So I was
that's
like,
tough.
I'm like, no, I'm in college. Like, what are you doing all that for? So, like, I decided to write about it because I'm like, ain't no way. I'm the only person in the world who feel like this. Like, ain't no way I'm the only person who experiencing it, So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, that's key. Expressing yourself, that's the beauty in music. That's your truth. You just speaking your truth, following your path, and you can never go wrong with that.
Yeah, some people don't even do that. Some people like to copy up other styles and just talk about dumb stuff, like stuff that doesn't really heal a person. Like I feel like music is supposed to be that way, with healing others, and because music, in my opinion, music make the world go round.
I believe that.
Love and music, that's family gatherings, you play music, just different occasions, you play a song, you sad, you play that type of sad song, that get you in your feelings, that's how it's supposed to be. Not the same, thing talking about, just other stuff, like shooting people, getting money, that's that's
it's
everybody's
most people
topic
talk
now,
about.
Yeah, so I was like, let me be myself, which is I, and talk about, something real.
So let me ask you, my favorite joint on the project is Single Again. How did that come together? And because I like how you painted the cycle of relationships. So how did that song come together?
That's when it was a time that the girl, she had broke up with me. I don't know, but us girls, we tend to break up a lot when we have a problem or when we mad at each other. We
That's
just
true.
let me break up and that person gonna come back.
It be like that sometimes.
So started searching up beats, and I wrote off of that.
So I gotta ask you these questions. These two important questions for me, and we can close the interview out. After doing this mixtape, what does love mean to you right now at this moment?
What does love means everything. That's what makes the world go around. You gotta love yourself before you can love anybody else. It's a strong feeling, for real. And you can't really describe love. It's different things. You could love somebody and hate them at the same time.
Damn.
That's why I'm was in it. So being in a relationship, and then when I had other relationships, my relationship, they last long. You could definitely love somebody and hate them, but it's a process to it, So
I feel that. So look, last question before we calling one. What do you believe stands between you and complete happiness?
Ooh. Loving yourself, figuring out who you are and what's your purpose in life. Being comfortable with yourself. Just enjoying life. Doing what you love to do. With me, being in school, I had a hard time, especially working, because I worked 2 jobs, while being in school. So me doing all that, I had never had time for my music. So, and I'm still kind of in that situation. I'm blessed actually, because I had the opportunity to have studio time with the embassy. which is, a free studio. I got selected for that. So with that happening to me, that's a blessing because, I can kind of find time with school and music, especially having free studio time because that costs. I had my own studio in my room. Growing up, I was like 14, 15. I built my own studio. I taught myself how to work the program. So that's how I used to that's how I started releasing music because I had my own studio. It's kind of hard with living and stuff like that. Me trying to figure out, am I going to live on campus or am I live with my mom? It's kind of hard to just set up the studio how I want it to be set up. It's a big help having your own studio and knowing what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do the same thing, like self-taught. I bought Pro Tools, didn't know how to work a thing, and I just sat down. Like when I feel like once you really into something, you start developing a passion for it. You would sit there and learn.
Yep,
that shit.
YouTube University.
Yeah, that's a fact. So look, I got one more thing before we get out of here. It ain't nothing too serious. I seen you perform at the House of Blues. Like, how was that experience?
Ooh, I performed.
Was it any anxiety? Was you nervous?
Which one? I had 2 performances.
Oh, you say which one? I mean, well, describe.
I had one.
Describe both of them. Like, describe your first one.
All right, my first one. It was a lot of nerves because I never really performed none of my tracks. I got a track called Two Way. I don't know if you heard that one. That one on SoundCloud. I'm thinking about uploading it into Apple Music. But it's called Two Way. I wasn't gonna do that song because it's about, me being in a relationship with my ex and he turning gay, So
whoa, wait.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I gotta go play that song. We gotta talk about that later, for real.
Yeah, so I got a lot of views off that song too. But yeah, it was kind of nervous and performing that song because I didn't know how, that community would take it. The LGBT community, I don't know how that would take it. And that was way before, I started liking girls, so I didn't really know other people's perspective on, I'm not a judging type of person, but I didn't know how that was gonna affect others. But the crowd loved it, I performed that song, I performed Straight, and an unreleased single, I performed it. But I was the first performer. I did it for House of the Young. And yeah, shout out to Mr. Buckles. Well, Edward Buckles. He don't like me calling him Mr. Buckles.
Yeah, ODD, the artist. Well, my artiste. I'm gonna get it right. I ain't gonna fuck your name up. Hey, it's been great hearing your story. Your story amazing though. Like I said, your music was unique to me because it touched on a topic that most people scared to talk about. So for you to get out that comfort zone, that's great for other people that's going through the same situation you going through. So, hey, salute to you. I just hope you keep growing, keep investing, and wish you the best for real.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But hold on.
Yo, we gotta chop it up again sometimes. Send me some music.
Yeah, y'all can follow me on the basically _I. It's basically _ODD, and I have an art page called I the Artist. That's also on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, hit me up.